Hey everybody! Welcome to your Vibrant Morning Yoga, which actually is the 5-year celebration of Vibrant Yoga. Woohoo! Are you ready?
Yep.
Welcome to your yoga. It's the anniversary.
Welcome to your yoga.
It's your anniversary.
It's the anniversary for you.
It's the anniversary for you.
It's the anniversary for you.
And you. And you.
And
You. Now, let's get ready for our yoga class. You can take a nice seated position and just breathe. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. With every inhale, noticing your shoulders slightly rising. And with every exhale, how they slowly lower down and relax. And maybe with this stillness, you can tune in to your heartbeat. The perfect connection to your body, available at any time. From here, you can do a quick check-in with yourself. How is your body doing today? What does it want? And you can move through a different part of yourself. Check in with your mind. What thoughts might be going on? What can you let go of so that you can be present here? And finally, you can check in with your emotional body. What emotions might be present that are important to acknowledge and accept. And with that, you can take a deeper breath and make little small movements that feel good. We're going to do a little seated warm-up to start our practice. We're going to do neck rolls. So, have your neck fall forward and slowly roll to the left with an inhale. And slowly roll right with an exhale. Going so slow that you can feel the stretch of every muscle. And find the places that need attention. And when you're ready on your third time down, you can switch directions. Inhale up to the right. And exhale, left to the floor. And when you're done with that, you can come out, put your hands on your knees, and then take your left hand and place it on your right knee. Doop. And slowly twist over, looking over your shoulder. For 1 breath, and 2 breaths, and 3 breaths. And then switch directions. Right hand to your left knee, looking over your left shoulder. 1 breath, 2 breaths, and 3 breaths. Coming back to center, and finally 1 more. Place your right hand on the mat and sweep your left hand over your head into a crescent. 1 breath, 2 breath, 3 breath. Other side. 2 breaths and 3 breaths. Coming back to center. And now we're going to switch out for another teacher. Well, what? I guess we'll cut that part.
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit this possibly really
Alrighty, everybody, rise up from your seated position into a tabletop position to move through some cat and cow, placing your hands below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. Inhaling, dropping your belly down low, chin to the sky. And hold here for a moment as you breathe deep into the space behind your belly button. Exhale, suck your belly button towards your spine, round your chin to your chest. Arching your back in the opposite direction, moving through the curvature of your spine. Hold for a moment as you breathe into your spine. And creating some flow with your breath. Inhaling to drop your belly button down. Exhaling to rise it on up. Listening to your own body, breathing at your own pace. At the end of your 3rd breath, return to a neutral spine. Engage through all 10 fingers on your right knee as you extend your left foot behind you, reaching that leg long. You can leave your toes on the mat or raise them slightly, engaging your core. Flexing your toes towards the mat. And exhaling, planting that knee right back next to your right. Taking a breath and then extending your right foot, keeping your toes on the mat or engaging your glute and core to lift them up. And exhaling, sending it back down. Sending your left foot to the left side of your mat, legs straight. Here we're going to plant our left hand on the mat directly below our heart and inhale our right hand high to the sky. And exhale, reach your right hand under your core as if you're reaching towards your left foot. and then send it back up to the sky. We'll do this 2 more times. Exhaling to bring your hand under your core towards your left leg. Inhaling, reaching it up to the sky. 1 more time at your own pace. And exhale, return to our neutral tabletop position. Grounding down through all 10 fingers and your knees. Bringing your right leg, right foot out to the right side. Right hand goes directly below your heart on the mat, and inhale the left hand high. Inhale to reach up, exhale. Reach under your core towards your foot, following your own breath. And exhaling everything back to neutral. We're going to reach one kitty paw forward out in front of us, engaging with our core and our knees on the mat. And circle that kitty paw up and around, reaching towards the sky, reaching towards your tail, and reaching towards the mat. On the other side, reaching directly in front of you. Then sending that kitty paw to the sky, to the tail, to the mat. We'll do 1 more big circle on each side, reaching forward, up and around, forward, up and around. And take a little moment here to do some intuitive movement, whatever animal you're calling in today. You might pretend you're a lizard and slither your spine back and forth, imagining you're a cheetah ready to pounce.
Okay, everyone, let's let that little cheetah do some twisted cow fish moves by bringing the knees together, feet come together, and we'll bring the toes to the left and gaze to the left. A little nice stretch on the side body there, and then toes sweep to the right, gaze to the right. And here comes the twisted cow fish swish. You can swish the feet back and forth to the left, gaze left, and to the right, gaze right. Back and forth a few times. Maybe bringing in a little bit more dynamic movement or slower, whatever feels good for your body. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. Press our toes into the mat. Raise on up to plank if you wish, both legs lifting up, pressing through the arms. We can keep one knee gently pressing into the mat to support the body. We'll switch here into our down facing dog by shifting hips all the way back to your down dog. You can take a moment to pedal out the feet. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Do your down doggy dance, do your down cheetah dance, whatever that looks like for you. Beautiful, really nice, everyone. And then from here, we can rise up to the toes, bend the knees, gaze to the fingertips, and walk yourself all the way up to the top of the mat, arriving in your forward fold. Can keep the knees soft, heel toe the feet a little bit wider. We'll just hang out here in our fold. Option to reach for the elbows and just let yourself hang heavy. Take a few breaths here. Good. Can soften the belly, soften the jaw. Just let the energy pour down the body like water. This beautiful place in Hilo with the rain falling, the birds singing, letting that water and birdsong flow through the body. Can release the elbows. We'll soften the knees and begin to roll ourselves all the way up to standing, perhaps drawing shoulders, head and neck coming up. Last to meet in your Tadasana mountain pose. Beautiful, really nice. So we'll really have that strong presence as we come into the energy of the mountain. Shoulders rolling back, fingertips drawing down the side of the body, feeling a string pulling up from the crown of the head. Beautiful. Let's find some breath here. Nice breath in through the nose. And exhale all the way through the feet. Very nice. Let's bring in the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then on the exhale, slow swan dive down. Oh, so slow. All the way down to that forward fold. Once more, fingertips can reach for the toes. Taking a moment in your forward fold. This is the slowest half sun salutation ever. Inhale finds your halfway lift. Gazes down, flat back. Exhale, fold again. So let the body go. And then this time we'll rise up with a flat back. So activate the core. Prepare to rise on up, flat back. Fingertips can stretch up to the sky as you rise like the sun in the morning. Reach those fingertips up, breathe in. And exhale, hands come to the heart. Beautiful. Let's do our full, one more Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale finds your halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the hands into the mat, step back. You can flow through your vinyasa, making your way to down facing dog. Some of you bringing in push-ups, some of you bringing extra snuggles, extra shifting of hips and stretching and pressing back. So beautiful. Our Vibrantly Yoga crew, maybe you know this term, advanced disobedience. You are very advanced in your disobedience, honoring yourself, honoring each other, honoring the space in all the ways as we press ourselves back to that down facing dog. Take one more time in that, or one more moment in that down dog. I've really been enjoying these down dog twists, so let's try that one out. Can bring the left hand to the right foot and gaze to the right for a moment as you continue to press with the right hand. And then left hand comes back to the top of the mat. Right hand reaches for the left foot. Good. Gaze left. And then return. Right hand comes back up to the top of the mat. We'll go ahead and drop the knees down, arriving in a hero's pose. And we will see where our adventure takes us next.
And in the hero's pose, we're going to pull our feet out from under us in a half circle and attempt to make a gesture as if we could touch our toes. If you can get to where your fingers are pointing at your toes, that's really good. That's what we're going for with this posture. And then as always, just lifting one heel slightly off of the mat and then lowering it back down again. Lifting the right heel off the mat and then lowering it back down again. If you can lift both heels off the mat at the same time without falling over like this, that's a very advanced pose. And you can try that out just briefly. Just see how it feels. Okay, great. That's really great, everyone. Looking really good. Now let's bring our heels in towards our groin, squishing our toes together as if they're family members, just wiggling the toes, clasping our hands under the feet in prayer position, as if we were going to kiss our toes, but don't kiss them. We're actually going to lift our head like a string is pulling us upwards, and then shoulders down and back. And then we're going to just do shoulder rolls, just little baby shoulder rolls, as we allow ourselves to rock gently back and forth, left and right. just finding where our center of gravity wants to dance. And then as you feel ready, release your hands and start to find spirals in your body and find a standing position, spiraling into standing, turning around if you like, and then arriving at a standing position with stillness. Very good, very good. I'm seeing some really good spirals. This is looking great, everyone. Nice work. In the standing position, we're going to find our first position, putting the right foot, toes behind the heels of the left foot, turned 45 degrees. And we're just going to bring our right foot out, point our toes at the ground. Very nice, very nice. Pas bourré. Pas bourré. All right, great. And then we're going to bring some space in between our feet to find fourth position. Oh, very nice, everybody. Fourth position, first position, and then second position. So now toes are both pointed 45 degrees with heels touching. And just a little dip, dip, knees off lock. As always for dips, we're doing knees off lock, yes. And now we're going to do a full leg extension. So keeping all of your weight in your right foot, we're going to lift the leg up like this. And then back down. Very good. Dip, dip, dip. All of the weight on our left foot now. Right leg lifts up. Very nice. Oh, wow. That is some great leg lifts. Okay. And then returning to a standing posture. What we're going to do now is imagine doing a full jumping jack while only doing a little bit of a jumping jack. So it's going to look like this. Okay, but in your mind, you're just going to imagine doing a very full, wide jumping jack. We're just going to do 10 of these. Oh, very good. Just imagine swinging your arms up and wide, remembering what it's like to be a child doing jumping jacks, but now you're an adult. Okay, and then finding stillness one last time. Now we're going to put our right hand in and then take our right hand out. Our right hand back in again and then just shake it. Great. Shake it all about. There you go. Okay, left hand in. Yep, if you feel like doing the hokey pokey, you can go for that. Right now we're just taking our left hand back out, putting it back in again, and we're going to shake it. There we go. That's what it's all about. Thanks, everybody. All right. We're going to have David.
Okay. Oh boy, that's what it's all about. Got too excited there. Okay, here we are at standing. At the top of our mat. Let's take a huge breath in through our nose. And a breath out of our mouth. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. One last time. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. And on this one, let's raise our arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. And exhale, place the hands down. Go through a Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale into upward facing dog. Finally, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg behind you, 45 degrees, towards the wall. And then exhale, place it next to your right hand, as far forward as you can. And inhale into Warrior One. Thinking about squaring your hips forward and pressing the back edge, your pinky toes of your back leg, back foot into the mat. Here for 4, and here for 5. And finally exhale to place your hands down, stepping back with your right foot, lowering down, inhaling into upward facing dog, or any other variation you would like child's pose, or puppy pose. Pressing back into downward dog. And inhaling your left leg up, 45 degrees. And exhale, pressing it down in front next to your left hand. Inhaling into warrior one. Same thing. Squaring the hips. Your right hip forward, your left hip back. And pressing into the pinky toes of your right foot. Here for 3. And here for 4. And 5. Okay. Now exhaling and placing your hands down. Going through a chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. And exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg behind you. And step it forward next to your hand. Coming up into warrior two. So swing your back heel down. And open your hips to the side. I'm going to jump around so you can see me. And so, your hips are open to the side. Again, you're pressing into the pinky toes of your left foot. You really like your pinky toes. And you're staying, looking over your fingers towards the horizon. Here for 4. And 5. With your exhale, place your hands, step back, move through a vinyasa. However you like. And with an inhale, your left leg, the other side. Coming up with an inhale into warrior two. Man, I have to switch again. Okay, nice. Go. Opening the hips, pinky toes, and gaze over your hands toward the horizon, as if that's where your destiny lays. Here for 4. And 5. All right, exhale and place your hands down. Moving through a chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. One last one. Inhaling your right foot behind you and placing it in front of you. This time keeping your back heel lifted for high lunge. Inhale, high lunge. And then, with your next exhale, twist to your right. And sweep your arms to the horizon like warrior two, but with a twist. If you need support, you can bring your left hand to your thigh to keep you supported. Just twist as far as you can go. Here for 4. And 5. Inhaling back to the front and place your hands. Moving through a vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, inhale behind us, 45 degrees. And exhale, placing it next to your left hand. Again, high lunge. And with an exhale, twist to your left. There we go.
Because at Vibrantly we honor the earth, love the earth, go ahead and come and stand in the middle of your mat, facing the long side for an earth salutation. Ground down through your feet, lift all 10 toes, and then place them down, pinky toe first, ring toe, middle toe, index toe, thumb toe. Inhale, both arms high. And exhale, let everything fall down to the side. We're going to send our palms up, inhaling through our midline, fingertips almost touching. Exhale, turn your palms down to the earth. Ground the energy down. Beautiful. At the bottom, interlace your fingers together, palms out. Inhale, send your straight arms forward and up. Exhale, with a big sigh, release your grip, send your arms to the side. Wonderful. Inhale to lift up through the center, palms to the sky. Flip your palms down. Exhale, this time all the way down to the earth. Give the earth a little pat of gratitude. Interlace your fingers together. Send your arms straight in front of you, lifting up to the sky and exhaling with some noise out to the side. Wonderful. Headed to the left, we're going to inhale our palms up to our shoulders. Exhale, step our left foot to the left side. Exhale, our arms, pressing them down our midline. Interlace your fingers, send your arms straight forward up. Bring your left foot back to center. And exhale all the way out to the side. Going to the right, first inhaling up through center, lifting the energy, stepping to the right side, pressing it back down into the earth. Interlace those fingers together. Send your hands forward, up, step back to center. Exhale your arms to the side. And that's our earth salutation.
One of the other things with Vibrantly is honoring that, or the one who knows within you. So building on Kelsey's beautiful work, we're going to bring in bowing practice to build in some heat into our body. And then you have the option to bow to whoever you want, whatever you want, but perhaps to bow to the inner sun or the one who knows within you. So you can step forward with your left foot, maybe a soft bend in the knee. It doesn't have to be like a full warrior one, it's a little bit shorter stance. We'll begin by raising up the arms nice and high. You can heel toe the foot forward a little bit so you still have a good bend in that front knee. And then what we'll be doing is hinging forward from the waist. So just hinge forward from the waist, keeping a flat back. Fingertips will sweep down towards the mat, and then they'll draw up along your body as you raise those fingertips up to the sky, like you're painting yourself with love, and you reach the fingertips all the way up, and then once more bow forward. So take your time with this. You can do 7 to 9 of these. Let's let your breath be normal, your own pace. You might feel a little bit of heat building up as that inward sun starts to shine. Whatever you wish to honor. As you flow into this bowing, you can start to explore shifting the weight to the back foot as you reach up to the sky, and shift your weight forward as you bow forward. So there's this undulating movement. And just take however it feels good to your body right now. And when you feel complete with your 7 or 9, we'll stop with the arms reaching up for a moment for a nice big stretch. Then arms can come down and we'll switch sides. Step forward with the right foot, left foot is back. Like 45-degree angle with that back foot. Again, nice bend in the knee, but not like a full warrior. Can even start just by drawing those arms back up now that you know how to reach up. Fingertips to the sky, maybe even breath in. And go ahead and start your bow. Beautiful. 7, 8, or 9, whatever feels good to you. Just finding that movement, that flow. Again, you can experiment with the weight comes forward and the weight comes back. Bowing to the one who knows, your inner sun, the light within. Or maybe just your friends here. And again, when you feel complete, you can kind of reach up to stretch the arms up for a big stretch. On the exhale, you can bring the arms back down, and then you can start to bounce out the body. Come bounce with me, squirrel. Bounce out the body a few times. You can have the feet about hip width apart, and let's bounce to the left. And middle. And the right. We throw the flowers. Okay, back to the middle. And we're gonna sweep the fingers up behind us like we're throwing flowers. Good. Can lift the back heel.
And now we're going to find our front-facing position with our toes facing forward. Just do a little penguin waddle to let our heels fall directly under our hip bones. With our feet hip width apart and toes facing forwards, we're just going to bring our palms facing down, our wrists upwards in front of us to shoulder height. Hands just relaxed all googly, fingers just sleeping if they want to sleep. And then we're going to bring our fingers forward and wake them up, pointing towards me. And then once your fingers are pointing towards me, we're just going to take the knees off lock and then loosen our hands, stretching our metacarpals outward, and then bring our hands down towards the ground, palms facing down. And then on inhale, wrists up, fingers all googly towards the ground again. Inhaling, full inhale, and then fingers pointing towards me again, knees off lock, just letting your body come closer to the ground, hands going down on exhale. Again, inhale upwards. We're trying to sync the breath here with our movement in our body. And then exhale down, allowing our mind to come into connection with our body and our intention. Inhale up. And at this point, you can go at your own pace. Exhale down. Feel free to sway if you like. We're really just trying to allow our body and mind and intention to connect here with our breath. Just a couple more times to really let it all settle. 50% of the weight on the front of the foot, 50% of the weight on the back of the foot. And now we want to bring in the me of we, the mui space, by thinking about what do you have going on in your day? We want to bring this we space that feels so gentle from our morning practice throughout our whole day. And when we engage with society, we're going to be thinking at the same time, and we don't want to lose this feeling. So just to practice, we're going to think about what do we have today to deal with? What might be the stresses? How do I feel about that? What might be the gratitudes? How can I keep my gratitudes and stresses in a good balance for me without losing this we? That's the vibrantly we space. And now we're going to let the mind go again and practice returning to just the space of we space without the mind. Exhaling, swaying, inhaling, and returning to what our body feels like. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale all the way to the ground and find bridge pose. When you're ready, just let your knees gently support you as you roll onto your side and find bridge pose by putting your feet flat on the mat and then just lifting your hips towards the ceiling and just finding that rainbow of fascia line supporting through the front of your body from your feet to your shoulders, letting your posterior chain connect, letting your glutes activate, getting ready to start your day. For those who are ready for an advanced pose, feel free to bring your hands up by your head with your fingers pointing towards your shoulders, and then put some strength into your arms as if you were going to lift up into a cartwheel pose. And if some of you want to really go advanced, you can go into an inverted handstand from here, and then you could lift one arm off the ground, or both if you like, if you can levitate. But for most of us, we're just going to stay here, just letting our arms know that someday we're going to be able to do those things. And then just gently relax each vertebrae down to the ground, as Megan would say, like a necklace of pearls, just gently displaying on your dresser for friends who might come over later in the day. Very good. And you can bring your arms all the way down to your hips. And that was just so wonderful. Let's do another one. I think we deserve another one because we deserve love. Everyone deserves love. So let's lift our hips back up towards the ceiling again, all the way up. And if you're ready for Shavasana, you can just stay down, but we're going to just do one more of these and lift one leg off the ground. This is going to be a one-legged bridge pose, and just pull that knee in towards your chest if you like. And then bring that foot back to the ground, both feet on the ground, lifting up the other leg while you're in bridge pose, having your shoulders support your weight. Bring that knee in. And now we're just going to do a bridge pose march. So just, lifting each foot off the ground as if you're marching, but you're dreaming because you're on your back. So you're dreaming that you're marching in bridge pose. If someone were to see you like this while you're sleeping, they'd probably wake you up, but we're already awake. Okay, great. And now we're just going to let our hips come back towards the ground, one vertebrae at a time, like your friends were going to come over later in the day. Oh, perfect. Okay. And now let's bring our feet back down, laying on the ground for David to take us out.
That's right, lay back into Shavasana. The best part. After you're done marching and connecting and grounding and breathing, just laying back and letting everything go. You can take a deeper breath. And make little movements that feel good for you. And slowly, slowly, coming up to the front for our final farewell as we move into our new life. With gratitude, thank you from us to you. Namaste. We wish you a very vibrantly day.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. And that's a wrap.
That's it.